80-90% of your inefficiencies can be traced upstream to your pre-construction phase or your sales pipeline, right? So if you look at the architect you're working with, if you've had a bad experience with an architect where the documentation's not great, they're slow with their turnaround time, you may have an amazing client, and Tom, you know what I'm talking about, Jared, a difficult architect, that's going to create problems, inefficiencies, wasted time, meetings, all that sort of thing. Conversely, you could have an amazing architect, quality documentation, quick turnaround times, and nightmare client. All right? Both those things can be traced to pre-construction. So network marketing is the most powerful marketing strategy, and that's you networking with architects, finding people that are going to work well with you pre-construction. Your sales process and your marketing is going to ensure you can select quality clients. So you want quality, that sales and marketing client architect selection process is going to eliminate a whole lot of inefficiencies, right? The story I want to share with Katie and Adam is that they haven't done a tender for 2.5 years. No tenders. So it's just a one builder tender process. And that's because they've established quality relationship with a particular architect, and they have other architects they're working with as well. But Katie was just saying they built a dream team pre-construction. So there's them, the builder, the architect, and an engineer as well, all collaborating together to best help the client. The client then gets a better result, and they've got a graphic, interior designer, an interior designer as well, who helps with selections. Is that right?
Yeah,
selections process.
That's just an arm of our little business. So the architects do their own interior and whatever. This is just another little smaller project
But
in our business.
the thing is, in terms of efficiency, like eliminating inefficiencies and optimizing for efficiency, that is a great example, because not only is it you're not having a tender, so you're not having to go through all that time, going to sales meetings and everything else. It's a one builder tender process. Your margins are higher, right? The architect doesn't have to go to tender and deal with lots of builders. And then if he's got a great relationship with 2 or 3 builders, doesn't have to go through the emotional pain of saying no to 2 of them, all right? The engineer, if they're good, are going to help as well. So it's good for the architect, good for the engineer, good for the builder, good for the client, good for the industry, because the job's going to run smoother. Everyone's going to be happier. You're going to make more money. It's just tick, 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 tick. Okay, so I wanted to point to that because I do talk about this a lot, about negotiated tenders, a one builder tender process. And a lot of people, when they hear it, they're just like, bullshit. Maybe it's happened once or twice, but how do you do that consistently well?